Worldwide boot camp was smoked by the truckload on the West Coast, where they showed me tons of love. Doc and Trey D cracking jokes about guns and drugs. Sorry, YouTube. Bugging on this whack rap ish from coast to coast. Why not the real from both sides? Link and go for broke. No one's joke. Like Buck or Rock him, long arms like Dowson, snatch up your broad. Effort and passive, it don't mean nothing. Salute to Corrupt. Hope you getting better, bro. Get well soon. Finish this fight, whatever it is you're going through. I need you to I need you to go ahead and pack that up. You know what I mean? Get it together. Salute to dads. I see you out here working. I'm reason they on my mind right now is those bars I was singing is from a song I got with Helter Skelter and the Dog Pound. It's called Brownsville, Long Beach. It's on Magnum Force. But what up though? Welcome to the nation, Monster Nation. That is. Salute to you, James. I'm your host. I'm your tour guide. I'm the president. I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm off the damn floor with you. If you don't follow the rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpayer citizen in the nation, leave us a super thanks or a super chat or a cash app. You know what I mean? All of that's gonna be the cash app tag will be in the description. It's not there now. I just wanted to get to y'all, talk to y'all in a certain time window. So I had to kind of jump the gun a little bit. But yeah, cash app tag will be in the description, along with the Bandcamp link, which will be there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. All of y'all who be, I'm gonna give y'all props. Y'all haven't been doing that in a while. You know what I'm saying? There ain't been nobody in the comments talking about, yo, you a chanty patty, yo, get back to the bars. But if some, maybe y'all been just listening to the rules and following instructions. But yeah, if you're looking for me to be spitting bars, then click that link. You know what I'm saying? There's wild mixtapes there from Nonviolent Rocco, which is a compilation of songs where I don't slap or clap or jack nobody. You know what I'm saying? But they still all fire. It's still hardcore. All the way back to Shell Shock. From Nonviolent Rocco all the way back to Shell Shock. All of those mixtapes are on my Bandcamp. Also, the merch link is there. It's going to be there. This is monsternation.com. You can get all the hats, the shirts, the hoodies and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? When you're writing on the walls, when you're doing your graffiti in Monster Nation, spell the names of our dignitaries correctly. It's Monster, not Monster. M-O-N-S-T-A. It's Helter Skelter, not Helter Skelter. It's A's and H's, no E's and R's. You know what I mean? It's R-O-C-K. If if you fuck with Team Blue, if you rock with Team Blue, then I get it, but just throw a little cuh or something in the comment. If you don't want to expose yourself, then spell it right. And yo, it's BCC, not BBC. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Just welcome to the nation. Understand we are pause practitioners. We do it profusely. We're professional pause practitioners. You know what I'm saying? We practice at a high frequency. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's argue. I don't like arguing, but I'm gonna argue with y'all. I got my glasses on. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I put up a vlog this morning talking about J. Cole. People who are hating on J. Cole should do this. Now, not very many people, not very many of y'all watched this vlog, but those of you who did, I had some dissension, some detractors, some debaters, some disagreeers. And I don't know why personally, if you're not a rapper who rap better than me, I don't know why you would even think you can argue with me on this topic. But for issues and giggles, let's humor each other. Why do you niggas think that we can't look? Why do you think that because a man didn't fight this man, that he can't fight? Why do we think that? I'll wait. You know what I mean? Let me see. I got some. Let me go to some of the comments on the yeah I mean you heard. Cause y'all was going y'all was going in. Let me see. What you said. What they said. That's not what I'm looking for. But yeah, dudes like Rock, you missing the point. If he back out the situation, he blah 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 blah. What is Fortnite pass skin? 14 pass skin? I don't know what you're saying. What it says Fortnite, bro, you have premium skin. It's this. It's this Fortnite pad. I don't listen. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. I'm trying to find this video, find some of the comments on this video that I put out today. Where dudes was trying to act like they like they know rap and the rules of rap better than me. It's fine, you know. It's hip hop. It's all you know. It's all it's so what do you call it? It's a free culture. We can all talk about what we talk about in the situations, but yeah, be like nah. Somebody said if you listen to Maul, I question your intelligence. All right, so let's get to Maul, right? I find this in a second, right? I hear Maul. I just watched a video with Maul where he was, you know, he was yelling and screaming and all of that, and he was saying something about he had a very poignant question for for um for J. Cole. He was like, first of all, he's like, I don't want to hear none of what you putting out, right? Okay, that's fine, that's your prerogative. But he says he needs an explanation for why for why for why when what did Kendrick say to him to make him never ever speak to Drake again? Like they was on the song, they was on what was the first person shooter with it, you know, big as the Super Bowl. They was on that song. I mean, mind you, I feel like J. Cole absolutely washed Drake on that song. Like I remember like hearing the song one time and it doing like I had heard the song multiple times, but just for whatever reason, it hadn't, you know, I didn't really absorb the lyrics. Like, you know, it was just, you know, songs that come on the radio, they, you know, they all play this, they all have the same sonic sauce poured on them during the Drake Young Money era. You know, when people be talking about how New York niggas or everybody sound like the South or whatever it was saying, it's because everybody had the same sound, and I don't even think it was just New York niggas sounding like the South. I think it was hip hop period sounding like the South. You know, it could have been because of the grip that Young Money had on the game at a certain point. You know what I mean? And think about it with Young Money. I mean, excuse me, Cash Money, Young Money. You had Wayne from New Orleans. You had Drake from Canada. And you had Nicki from New York. Three completely different regions, but they all had a similar sound on their music, right? Anyway, that's that sauce right there. That's the sonic sauce I'm referring to, right? But yeah, I was saying, if he's saying to himself like, yo, what did, or he wants to know, what did Kendrick say to you, J. Cole? Because we all know, for anybody who don't know the history, you know, when Kendrick declared war, you know, or yeah, when they put out the song, talk about all that big three talk they was talking, Kendrick came out with the F the big three. It's just big me, right? Everybody knows that. J. Cole started, you know, the niggas started writing rhymes to get at each other. And then the word is J. Cole got a phone call and he backed out. No, hold on. Let me not leave out the fact that he dropped he fired the first shot after that. Which let me not even say a shot because it was, you know, because I will die on this hill. J. Cole thought that we was just going to spar. We slap boxing. You understand what I'm saying? And he got a phone call or a word from some, I don't know, a telegram, a smoke signal, a face to face, a text, a DM, whatever it was. He got word that we not going to slap box when I see this nigga. Nah, I'm not playing with this dude. I'm gonna tear his face off when I catch him. I'm backing out Slam Dammer, and I'm backing out Slam Dancer, and I'm clipping his wings. I'm not playing, right? And you like maybe I mean who knows what he said, but I could tell you this: with dudes that I know, it's certain dudes. You know, like probably saved a lot of people's lives, and I mean literally on some. Somebody was about to get hurt bad, and I stepped in between the situation. You understand what I'm saying? I was able to no, don't do that. I was able to calm the situation down, but there have been situations where somebody had that look in their eyes and they was and they was getting into that mode where I knew I couldn't talk to the dude. I mean, I may regret it later. I had, sometimes I have regretted it later. Like maybe I could have said something to him, and it could have went different. But nah, it didn't look like that was. Nah, I've been through this with Ruck. I've been through this with some of my closest friends. Like and then think about. I've also been through it with dudes that I know somewhat. Like we cool, but we not that close. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting in the middle of that right there. You understand? If they got something personal for, I'm not getting in the middle of that. And that's how I take Kendrick Lamar bowing out of that. Now, not Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole bowing out of the battle, right? Now, Maul wants to know. I mean, and he was screaming this at the top of his lungs. He was like, "Yo, what did Kendrick say to you to make you not speak to Drake ever again?" Because he hasn't spoken to Drake apparently, or this is what allegedly they haven't had words since. And he's harping on that, and everybody's like, that's a good point. That's a good. Allow me to present to you this theory. What if what Kendrick told J. Cole was a whole bunch of the things, the weird activities that Kendrick was alleging in his Drake disses? What if Kendrick had a serious phone call with that man and told him this is where it's going? And if you were smart, you would get away from that dude because he's a this, he's a that, he's a this, he's a that. You be seeing him around these type of this age people, and his behavior is unsavory to say the least. You understand what I'm saying? And people people go, oh, you don't. Before you go ahead and say whatever it is you're going to say, imagine if you a street nigga watching this, or if you believe in any of the street codes, what happens if you get the word from a credible source? What happens if you get the word from a credible source that this nigga standing next to us, or this nigga standing across the street, because he not with us. Ain't none of us friends. We're not the same circle. None of us. We're not into, right? But we all know each other. If this nigga is a credible source and he tells me that this nigga is a rat, now don't come at me with all that paperwork, this, that, and the third, because niggas don't always got paperwork. Paperwork ain't the only way niggas rat. Niggas is niggas play technicality games. You got informants, you got rats, you got whatever. All that. Listen, B. People say the only way you could be a snitch is you do a crime with somebody and y'all agreed to do something together, and then you tell on them if you get caught. That's a snitch. Yeah, that's a snitch. But also a nigga who get locked up in the precinct and just give up information on some other niggas he don't know from them niggas over there to get himself like that nigga's a rat too. Now I don't know what the proper term. I don't know what the difference between the. I don't know if you give that that's an informant. That's a confidant. Whatever. Ain't none of it kosher. You understand what I'm saying? So when somebody tell you a dude you don't know for no fakery, no fraudulent activities, a nigga tell you, nah, son, this son ain't no good. And then he tell you things, he can point to things that are visible in his activity. Like he did this. Look, it's footage of him doing this. You don't remember the show when he did this with the blah 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 and all of that. And don't let me get. And these are things you saw with your own eyes. You might want to back away from that. You might want to back away from that. Like he not my man like that. I'm getting out of the Drake game. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, so anyway, what's the 808s? J. Cole isn't even in your top 30. That's fine. That's fine. But what I'm saying is the fact that he chose not to get into a fight that wasn't his business does not disqualify the fact that he rapped better than Drake. He I think he rapped better. Forgive me for I think he rapped better than Kendrick. Now, but just because, listen, if I invite Mike Tyson to a fight right now, yo, Tyson, I want the King of Brownsville. You understand? No matter of fact, Mike, you too short. Shannon Briggs, you my height. Let's fight. This nigga's a trained pugilist. He go, Rock, I'm not going to fight you. Does that mean he can't fight? Do that mean he can't fight because he chose not to fight me? Answer that. Because the shit, what y'all are talking is laugh. It's crazy. It's blasphemy. It's laughable. It's ridiculous. You like when you talk like he can't call himself this. First of all, he could do whatever he want. Who made you niggas the boss? That's burst the ball. Second of all, me choosing not to fade don't mean I can't fade. Me choosing not to shoot don't mean I ain't got no bullets in my gun. Salute to Anton. Yes, he is dumb nice. GMT Supreme. He don't even rap better than Royce. Does that mean he can't rap? Listen, if I was making the top three, listen, it ain't no such thing as a top three. Because personally, before I even, as much as I like J. Cole, before I even get there, I'm talking about all kinds of. I mean, of these current dudes. First of all, I'm putting myself in it, right? But I'm not what you would consider current. You know, I'm vintage, right? But I'm talking Conway. I'm talking 38 Special. I'm talking Benny. I'm talking Graph. I'm talking shit, the brother Method. Like Cole. Like nah, I don't feel like Cole surpassed all of them. I'm just saying. But niggas is bugging. Y'all bugging. Said no, but I said he rap better than Kendrick. I said I like his raps better than Kendrick. If I said that, let me clarify, because better is a. I like the way he rap better than I like him the way Kendrick rap. And that might be my New York, and that might be my New York bias, because J. Cole rap like a New Yorker. This was his chance to validate all the stuff he talks about being the best. Kendrick and Drake are in his class. Validate what? That wasn't no fucking boxing match. That was a shootout with real bullets, metaphorically speaking. I'm not getting involved in that, B. No, B, this ain't the regular basketball tournament. This is above the ring. The nigga got a gun in the bag. Wood Harris got a gun in the bag. ROCK Ness. Son said, "Who was that? My bad. I appreciate your comment. Said it was just rapping. I hear you, but no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. These raps ain't just raps. These words are weapons. These weapons, these raps ruined Drake. These raps got Drake crashing out still. You know how much money Drake lost because of this? And you know niggas was trying to break in Drake crib. It was all kind of even if those wasn't Kendrick people, it was because of If it wasn't Kendrick people trying to break in Drake crib, it was one out of two things. Either the fans are going crazy now because the things that was spread, the words that the things that was said about Drake could have people hate you. Now they're going to now the fans going to treat you different. You understand what I'm saying? That can happen. The people started to turn against him. It was either that, some random fan shit because of that niggas thought it was open season, or it was somebody else he might have had issues with. And as a dude who come from the streets, when you got beef with this nigga, it ain't nothing. It ain't no. There's no other. There's no greater gift from the drama gods than for that nigga to catch beef with somebody else. Cause now that somebody else provides cover for you to do whatever ninja shit you gonna do. So yes, Rick Ross got punched on. All of that was from that. It wasn't just raps. And J. Cole was like, you know what? Nah. I've been in here, what, 21 minutes? I'm gonna end this live. I don't know. Y'all, we could argue a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want the live to be too long. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? But yeah, what if that's what Drake told, not Drake, excuse me. What if that is what Kendrick told J. Cole that made J. Cole never speak to Drake again? What if it's that? That would be legitimate to me. I would understand it. And he ain't telling you because that's if he never by him not telling the world that, he's protecting Drake. Still being somewhat of a friend to him. But like I can't go over there though. I can't stand next to you. If I believe you guilty of certain things, I'm not standing next to you. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. It's rappers that I think are cool. Like I had a conversation, somebody asked what I think about Mystical, right? I was talking about a song I love, what's the Wild Boy song, right? By MGK with the remix that got Meek Mill on it and Yo Gotti and who else on the 2 Chains and French Montana. I was in a bad mood a couple of nights ago. I turned that song. That song cheers me up, right? I played the song and all that, and I was explaining. Anyway, somebody asked me what I think about Mystical as a rapper. I'm like, I think Mystical is dope as fuck. I'm like, I don't really rock with him like that. And they was like, and they asked me why is that? Because of the the old drama y'all had over the boot camp. I'm like, nah, that's old. We don't even, I don't even trip off of that right there. But it's because of the charges he got. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those charges, I can't stand that. I can't rock with that. I can't condone that. I can't stand next to that right there. You understand what I'm saying? And if J. Cole considers Kendrick a credible source, and he told him all of those things that he could, because those things that Kendrick was saying in those songs, yeah, whatever lost the lawsuit. A judge said the judge said a fan. It was a battle. A fan can't reasonably believe that he was telling the truth. Whatever. A lot of that stuff sound like he meant it. You know what I'm saying? And if he meant it and he tells J. Cole, brother, J. Cole, all right, you know what? I'm getting out. And you know what? Y'all do y'all. I'm stepping right out. I'm getting out of this. But the fact still remains. I rap better than him. And I rap better than you. I might rap better than him. I was willing to spar with him until he told me, no, this ain't a this ain't a sparring session. I'm bringing the bag of guns with me. But okay, one of tell your favorite rapper to challenge J. Cole. See how it work out. Tell him. I know, Mike. That's what I was alluding to. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no reason niggas who ain't got no beef It ain't no reason for niggas who ain't got no drama to the beef. You ain't got no drama. It ain't no reason. No rap shit should be leading to no real issues. You understand what I'm saying? If the real issues persisted first, then okay, whatever. I can't tell nobody how to handle they ops. I could only give suggestions, but the other way around, nah. Anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, let me get 4 microphones. I ain't seen, I'm looking in the comments. I ain't seen no strong arguments. You know what I'm saying? And Anton said J. Cole still got the boxing gloves on. Exactly. You're not coming out here to shoot at none of you niggas. Y'all want to box? Let's box. You know how many niggas I know will knock you out, but they don't play with guns? Like, nah, I don't fuck with guns, son. That's not my thing, son. You know, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, rock on, y'all.